Well, it's also about making art, but with light. But not like this. Check it out. Here.
Whatever your style is when it comes to painting, you probably do it with paint.
But painting the way we do it is done with light. Hi, I'm Maria, and this is Justin, Steve, and Ivan. And this is what a light painting looks like. Light painting is all about taking still photos of moving lights to produce images that show the path of light. And we are photographers who've learned how to do it by testing different tools and techniques.
Light painting essentials are a dark location to really show up your painting. An SLR or single lens reflex camera to capture the action, a tripod to hold the camera very still, and at least one source of light.
Now, when we are preparing to shoot a light painting, it's important to get the camera settings right. We adjust them between taking test shots, so we can make sure we're getting good results. We set the camera's ISO, or sensitivity to light, and aperture, which is the size of the opening in the lens, so that when we take a photo, just the right amount of light enters the camera for us to have a great shot.
And we always use a slow shutter speed. Shutter speed is the length of time the camera shutter stays open after you press the shutter release, and for light painting it should be between 10 and 80 seconds. This is because you need lots of time to move your light source around.
What sort of light source should you paint with? Well, that depends on the effect you want to see. You can use a string of fairy lights or a torch tied to a cord as your light source if you want to make an orb. You can carefully spin around with them while the camera shutter is open to create a finished light painting that looks like this.
Another super cool light painting technique is called silhouetting. This involves the use of external camera flashes, which you can colour with gels. The subjects to be silhouetted each hold a flash, and when your camera and the flashes go off, the subjects can spring into action too.
It's also possible to write when you're light painting, just using a simple torch. When the camera shutter is released, use your torch to write your word or message in the air, and your photograph should capture the whole thing.
So that's how we paint without using any paint.
Sometimes light is everything you need.
Well, that's it for today's show, so that means it's lights out.